Hi, I'm Megan.
And I'm Corin.
We're Purity Ring, and you're watching Live in Limbo.
Begin again, begin again.
This is Andreas Babiolakis with liveinlimbo.com. I'm here with both members, Megan and Corin of Purity Ring. Welcome back to Toronto. How's it going?
Good, thanks.
Yeah, good. Thank you for having us.
No problem. Now, that is a terrific smell I get from your drink over there. What are you having?
This is just Corona with some lime in it.
Just Corona. Well, I mean, it's quite a grand occasion because you've waited to come back to Toronto for quite a while, I believe, especially you were last year with Field Trip, actually. And I've got to say, before we do the interview, I want to applaud you for some of the best professionalism I have ever seen with anything that I've seen people losing their minds with a sound not being picked up, but you had like all the odds against you. I was blown away, and it was actually my favorite performance for your professionalism, your class, the enjoyability, the optimism. How was that? I mean, what was that like behind the scenes and on the scenes? Because to us, it seemed like everything was perfectly fine.
First of all, thank you. That was my default mode because none of us knew what was actually going wrong. But we definitely got mad after, so maybe that will take back some of your applaud. But yeah, that was just like a weird. We still don't really know what happened actually, but
the issue is the power kept cutting out on stage, but we didn't really get to the bottom of why. But yeah, when the power cuts out, we can't play. So it happened a few times, and then we did our best, but there came to a point where we had to just stop. So that's not going to happen tonight. We've got the power all sorted out.
We're really stoked to be able to play like a real show in Toronto. Mm-hmm. That's like, we've needed to, so it's good.
Well, I would beg to differ because even with the power cutting out and all of that, it was still like quite a spectacle what was managed. And even when the power was giving you a lot of issues, again, the professionalism was top notch. And even whatever happened after the set, the fact is you were on stage and you showed no signs of that. So again, congratulations for your complete and utter professionalism on stage.
Thank you.
Now, having said that, you've displayed some more professionalism just recently, actually, on Jimmy Kimmel and your other numerous television performances. I mean, you guys have made it pretty big right now. How is this reception? Like, how is this, how is the greater picture of things?
We're really busy. There's like no time off even when we're home, it seems like. So, but yeah, it's like, it's really exciting. And at the same time, it's just like work. So, but still I feel like really fortunate and lucky to be doing what we're doing all the time. It's a pretty like magical job. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely feeling really lucky. Like we just put out our second album, and obviously like with second albums, you never really know how that's going to go. Like if your fan base is going to sustain or whatever. So we've been very pleasantly surprised with everything that's happened.
Speaking of your second album, actually, which was, thank you for that. I was going to find a way to try and tie it in to my next question, but it seems like you've already done that. So cheers. Your newest album, Another Eternity, is a lot poppier and a lot more uplifting sounding almost compared to your earlier work. How did that come about? Was that a conscious decision, or was that just where you guys were creatively?
It's kind of where we found ourselves. We had like a year and a half where we didn't write anything at all because we were on tour. So when we like sat down to do it again, we had a lot of thoughts and ideas, and we were like, maybe we should do this kind of thing from like that we had talked about before we even started. And then, but yeah, then we sat down and we're like, what do we do? And then like nothing really happened until we just like let go of whatever we were attempting and like tried to work with whatever came out of us. But yeah, there's like not that much that was really, in terms of the writing process, that was really conscious in terms of, but also like it's only poppy because like the vocals are loud. So, and like production. So like, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. It's funny when you just like use a little bit less reverb on things and like turn the vocals up a few dB, everyone's like, wow, you're making pop music now. Like, you should listen to some of our older music. But
yeah, it always was. So there's
but
that.
Yeah, just like the direction it took was just pretty natural. We didn't think about it too much, just kind of like whatever came to mind, like with as soon as we sat down to try and make things, it just like, that's just what happened and we went with it. So like whatever we do, I don't know what we're doing for the third album, but I'm sure like people will be like, wow, you guys changed so much. And we'll be like, I don't think so, but sure, you know.
No, on the bare basics, it's still quite a Purity Ring album. I mean, it's got the songwriting, it's got, again, the melodies, it's just the production is a little bit different. But having said that, as you've said, there is an essence to what Purity Ring truly is. Now, how did that actually come to be? Because you were one of the first groups actually to have this kind of sound and actually break through with it. So how did that come about?
There's just like some magic and
the internet, just
that,
plain and simple, like, I don't know, you know?
Yeah.
Like things just happen.
That's an unanswerable question.
Yeah.
How we started it.
If we knew, we would do it again.
And we would sell packages on how to do it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Maybe that's the third Purity Ring album, How to Be Purity Ring.
We'll see.
That's a good album title. Maybe we'll use that.
Well, I will be very, very pleased if you did do that. No, please don't. You could think of better ones. Now, speaking of your creation of music and your different avenues, you've both worked kind of heavily almost within the hip hop community. I mean, you work with Danny Brown, for instance. I mean, is there more that's down the road, or are you just kind of waiting for more opportunities to happen?
We're always kind of just like, if something comes up that we're stoked on, we'll do it. But yeah, most of the collaborations that have come about were pretty matter of chance. So
yeah,
or just like Twitter contacting kind of thing. That was Danny Brown, and like, yeah, it's like, I think we do things like that though because it's a really interesting juxtaposition that works really well.
Absolutely.
So, but yeah, it's like,
yeah, it seems like a natural combination. Like I take a lot of influence from hip hop, especially like when I'm putting beats together and that. So I think vocally it just fits together on top of it. Yeah, we don't have anything really coming up. I've been doing a bit of stuff on my own that might come out or at some point, but you never know.
You always hope, you never know.
It's always very mysterious, especially when you're working with rappers. It's a great experience, but it's like, yeah, sometimes a song just sits there for 3 years and then comes out suddenly and you're like, oh, wow, I totally forgot that song even existed. So we'll see what happens.
Now, I guess to wrap things up on that note, we've talked about like a bit of that creativity process. Writing an album like this, or just writing in general, like how do you go into it? Like, are there a lot of ideas that are brewing, let's say, or is it something that you work on in the studio? Because you as a duo are quite tightly knit, so it sounds like you've got everything kind of figured out. So,
I'm glad it seems that way because it doesn't always feel like it. So that's cool.
Well, that's the magic you were talking about, right? So it's all coming into place.
You're making us look good, but I think we kind of go into songwriting from a different angle every time. Like all the songs on Another Eternity we started in completely different ways and completely different things. Like it's all over the board, really. There's no like system that we're like, this is what works for us to write songs. Like, which is pretty sweet because it just means like we have a lot more exploring to do.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it seems like as soon as something starts to get comfortable, you kind of like make an effort to switch it up because then it's easy to get lazy if you're falling into a formula.
We just don't want to make like the same records twice ever. So.
And you've succeeded already with that. I mean, 2 very distinct albums. And
that's like I think that's the main goal going into writing, actually. It's just like not the same as before.
Sounds good. And well, you're back for another shot in Toronto. And as you said, everything's... well, everything, as you said, is going to go to plan. And I'm sure it's going to go very well.
Thanks. Yeah. I think it'll be fine.
Absolutely.
Yeah, totally.
Well, I can't wait. Thank you very much again for this opportunity.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.